Hello everyone. Welcome back. Are you thinking about changing your working hours? Want to work from home? Switch to part-time? Or adjust your schedule? Well, today I am taking you to one of the most requested workplace rights, flexible working. I'll be breaking down what it really means, who can request it, what changes you can legally ask for, and what employers must do when they receive a request. So whether you're an employee, HR professional, student, or employer, this video is for you. Make sure you watch until the end, because I'll also share practical tips that can help you avoid common mistakes. Do employees have a right to flexible working? No, but employees do have the right to make a request, and this is available to you from day one of your job. Let's see what you need to know about flexible working. Flexible working is about having the choice to adjust your work. This could mean changing your working hours, altering your start or finish times, or even working from a different location, like from home. If you're in Great Britain, you can make up to 2 flexible working requests per year. Once you submit your request, your employer must respond within 2 months. And to make the process fair and consistent, employers are expected to follow the Acas code of practice when handling flexible working requests, the link in the description. Now let's look at what flexible working actually covers. If you're a qualifying employee, you can request a change to your terms and conditions of employment, relating to your hours, your working times, or even your place of work. So what does that look like in real life? You might request to move to part-time working, or perhaps job sharing with a colleague. You could ask to work from home, either full-time or on certain days. Some employees request term-time only working, especially if they have school-age children. Others may ask to move on to shift work, or even request an increase in their annual leave entitlement. So flexible working is restructuring your work pattern in a way that supports both your needs and the business. Now let's talk about something really important. When can an employer say no to flexible working request? An employer cannot refuse a flexible working request just because it's inconvenient. They must carefully consider the request, follow the Acas code of practice, and respond within 2 months. If they decide to refuse it, it must be for one of the legally recognized business reasons, such as not being able to rearrange work, increased costs, or a negative impact on customer demand or performance. And this isn't just a tick box exercise. Employers should document their reasoning properly. A vague statement like, "it just won't work," isn't enough. They should also think, can this work on a trial basis? Because if handled poorly, a refusal could potentially lead to a discrimination claim, especially in cases involving childcare or disability. So what does this mean for you as an employee? First, you can make 2 flexible working requests in a 12-month period, but you can only have 1 live request at any one time. A request remains live until a decision is made, it's withdrawn, you reach agreement, or the 2-month period ends. Now let's make this real. Imagine a doctor's receptionist who asks to leave 2 hours early every day. The last 2 hours are actually the busiest time in the surgery. There's only one other receptionist available. In that situation, the employer might reasonably refuse the request because they can't rearrange the work and it would affect customer demand. That's very different from simply saying, "we don't like job shares because clients prefer one person." That kind of vague explanation wouldn't be enough. Every request depends on the specific facts, and that brings us to the end of today's video. In the next video, I'll be covering flexible working claims and compensation in much more detail, including what you can claim for, how compensation is calculated, and what the tribunal can actually award. So if you want to fully understand your rights and avoid costly mistakes, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, this is HR with Pooja.